Hey, it's Dr. Amanda with StraightSmile Solutions, StraightSmileSolutions.com, and happy Black Friday today. It is the day after American Thanksgiving. This is not relevant to this video, but hey. In any case, so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the different types of cases, different types of selections that you have when you pick an Invisalign product and how it differs from country to country. This might not be relevant for your average doctor, but I do have a lot of doctors who are down under in Australia and New Zealand, and I found a little bitty problem that occurred this week, and I just wanted to share it with you. So, as you know, and well, in Australia they only have 4 of the featured products, and we have way more in the US, but they only have one Express, which is the Express 7. They have the light, they have the moderate, and they have the comprehensive. Lights and moderates are the same thing that we have in the US. Their comprehensive is 26 aligners, and I actually really like the 26 aligners. I feel like I can do so much more with 26 than I can with 20. So, and their prices are a little bit higher. So I guess that reflects that. But their moderate, which is 26, still only has 2 years, just like we do in the US. So I don't know why the discrepancy. It makes no sense. They really should keep things consistent. But in any case, so for me, I knew that there are restrictions on like Express. Like there's a lot of stuff I can't use, features like bite turbos and elastics, and that's fine. I really wouldn't expect to do that in 10 aligners. Anyways, um, for a while, Light had restrictions. I don't think you can use elastics, which is fine. It wouldn't make sense to use elastics in 14 aligners anyways. Um, but I know you can use bite turbos. Okay, so that I haven't had a problem with. Where the discrepancy has occurred is in the moderate. So in the US with moderate, you can do whatever you want. There's no restrictions. You can use bite tabs, you can use precision cuts, you can use sequential distalization. All my favorite bells and whistles are available if I ask for them. They're of course not going to put them in unless you ask. One of my favorite features that I've just gotten really in love with, and I've had a lot of doctors fall in love with too, and they wouldn't even have known about it had I not brought it up, is the whole topic of sequential distalization. If you want to know really what that is, you should go into my YouTube channel, which is StraightSmile Solutions YouTube channel, big word today for a crazy Friday. Go into your YouTube channel, put in the word StraightSmile Solutions in the search bar. It'll bring up my YouTube channel, which has a green banner. Once you're in there, there is a little magnifying glass towards the right, towards the top, not top right hand corner, but right top. You'll see it. It's on the tab bar, the furthest one over to the right, and you can put in sequential distalization. I don't even know if I'm spelling this right, but that's the way I think I spelled it. And then all my videos on sequential distalization will pop up. Braces, aligners, Invisalign, clear correct, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you can learn all about it. So I'm not going to reinvent the wheel and tell you what that is. But sequential distillation is my favorite way to correct, or 2 ways I like to correct overjet, okay? Assuming the patient is class 2. If the kid is growing, it's a growing child, my favorite way is going to use MA, always. Why would you want to deal with elastics when you could actually grow the jaw and get a better airway? Of course, MA, duh. So once the kid is a couple years post-pubertal, then most likely, but not always, I'm going to want to do sequential distalization. Of course, I'm going to want to look at the Ceph, I'm going to want to look at the profile, make sure the lip position, the E-line, make sure this is going to work for this patient. But sometimes you don't have a choice, right? The nice thing about sequential distalization is that it's really predictable, assuming that wisdom teeth are out. Can't have any impacted or erupted wisdom teeth and do sequential distalization. That's the most important part. It will not happen. If your wisdom teeth are out, it's really predictable. I'm kind of surprised the direct-to-consumer aligner companies have not caught on to this, because it's such an easy movement for something much harder case. And you don't have to have elastics or anything like that. You would have to confirm with an x-ray. But anyways, I don't want to throw them a bone. But so anyways, yeah, it's super predictable, because let's say you have like slight class 2, 5 millimeters overjet, okay, kind of case. What are your options? Well, let's say patient isn't growing. Well, then you could put buttons on and do elastics, but that's not super predictable, super compliance-based. Outcome can be really variable. So it always has at least 1 or more refinements, right? You can use IPR, but who wants to cut on teeth? That's a ton of chair time and patients don't like it. It's uncomfortable, you get sensitive, and you always have at least 1 or 2 more refinements, because you can never get IPR just right? Sequential distalization is extremely accurate. You probably will not have a refinement for a minor one, assuming your patient is compliant. So I'm very comfortable for very minor ones, 1, 2, 3 millimeters, is an easy way to correct class 2, assuming nothing's impacted in there. So I've been using it on moderate all the time, 20 aligner cases in the US. I mean, just like super minor ones, right? And finishing the cases, no problem, not an issue. So I was helping a doctor in Australia this week do it on her moderate case, and their moderate's 26. So I was like, yeah, sure, we could do this with moderate, right? So they had gone in, and she had told the patient it was going to be a little bit less, it's going to be a moderate case, and then bam, I find out after the case was submitted that it's not allowed in Australia. I'm like, what? Why don't you tell us these things? This is so dumb. You know what I mean? Like, why you tell us after the fact? Why these restrictions? Anyways, frustrating, very, very frustrating. Of course, I had to kick rocks. I had to, I felt bad because here I was telling her it was possible because it's possible in other countries and it's not possible in Australia. But anyways, I hope Align Technology does see this video because I know they watch my stuff and they let this happen because it's really, really dumb. I don't know why they don't. They allow everything else. Why don't they allow this? You can do it in 26 aligners. It's a really easy way, great outcomes to fix bite. And I think that, and it's, you know, it's in there under comprehensive, under the options, when you go to submit the case for, and you say, I have an AP discrepancy, all these kind of things pop up. You've got MA, you've got elastics, you've got sequential distalization, you've got IPR. And they say, which one do you want to pick, right? So anyways, all right, so at least now you know. So if you're in Australia, don't ask for this. Or if you want this, you got to do comprehensive. All right, thanks.